Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another thrilling adventure with our crew of the Nightfall. We have Jared,
Hello.
Naomi, Katie, and Miguel with us. So, last we left off, three of our crew were taking some rest for the night before taking up the offer of transport by a small ship captain named Ringer to take them wherever they would like at the behest of Alaric Trey. And Gadriel was off on his own, following leads and impulses.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. So, morning comes, you have managed to gather the cold weather gear that you were looking at because you have understand that Umont is a bit chilly this time of year, being the second last planet in the solar system after all. And yeah, you make your way back to the docks, and Ringer is leaning on his ship and waiting for you.
We have our bags of cold weather gear ready to go. All right.
He looks at you and goes, yeah, well,
You're ready when you are.
folks, where are we off to?
Umont, please.
Cold place.
Not hot? I couldn't remember the name of it either.
So yeah, he lets you in the ship and he heads up to the kind of front cabin. It's very, very small. It is small and crowded, and you can tell that this isn't so much as a working ship as a home. Like, there is knickknacks and things everywhere. It looks, instead of walking into a ship, it looks like you've walked into someone's bedroom. So just that, you know, kind of studio apartment, uni dorm room kind of vibe. But a ship.
Crisps, do you mind if I eat one of those? Is that all right? Yeah, just grab one.
So yeah, he goes through the process of taking off and heads to Umont. It will be about a 2 or 3 hour journey.
Surprising he doesn't have an extensive safety briefing before taking off, really, but fair enough.
Is there places we can't go on the ship? Like, is he just...
It is pretty much helm, single room, head.
Yeah, I'm guessing the head is, being a bit of a bachelor pad is probably the place that is most worth avoiding.
Yeah.
I'm going to find a quiet corner and just settle in.
The seat's up, yeah, it's not great.
There, entertainment, like holo chess or...
It does have what looks like an actual, like, paper book laying around, but...
Oh, what? They don't exist.
Just one, or...?
Yeah, just one, and it looks, a bit ratty, a bit torn.
So, well used.
What is
Bit of
it?
a relic.
What is it, pray tell?
It's a bachelor pad, I don't want to know.
It's funny, actually, because when you do go and you pick it up, it seems to be a kind of history of the galaxy.
Oh,
Fair enough. I'll have a read. I'll have a look. Why not?
Yeah. So he is pretty much just ignoring you guys. Yeah. So, is there any updates on what Gadriel is up to while we silently contemplate the journey that you are being ignored mostly for?
He's going to go and take his ship out of the long-term storage where it has been sitting for the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And set coordinates for the destination that he figured out before.
So, a few hours pass in relative boredom for you guys. There isn't really much to do. He's not talking to you. He's not entertaining you. Obviously, his shuttling you around didn't include food and entertainment fee.
Ah.
So you do come to Umont, and he lands, and it is a very... One thing you've noticed about Hyquantra proper, or at least Nadeso, which is the main planet, is it's very, very prosperous. Here, this is more what you'd expect from the outer reaches of the galaxy. It is cold. It is desolate. The settlement is pretty small, and it kind of has more of that frontier feel than you'd expect from having seen the lifestyles of the rich and famous on the rest of the planets. So you do. There is it's a bit of a.
Nice to finally get some outer rim feel in your outer rim.
Yeah. Some definite edge of the galaxy.
You're up, I guess. Then head out.
Yeah. So Ringo just says, "I'll not much a fan of this place. I'll just wait here."
Very good. Do we have a way to contact you in case we need to be picked up elsewhere, or is here it?
Oh yeah, and he gives you his, comm signal.
Beeper.
His beeper. If the apocalypse happens, beep me.
Yep. Perfect.
Well, I guess we start making inquiry.
Yeah. So you it is very much a working port, but it is kind of much smaller and more ragtag. So
like a tavern or a cantina.
Yeah, there is once you enter the spaceport, it is an envirodome. So, because it is pretty harsh and desolate here, and inside it looks like a lot of the kind of other space stations you've been on, that kind of, so you can easily find the painted signs that direct you to food and booze and accommodation, such as it is for a place like this. So yeah, when you wander in that direction, it is actually surprisingly clean. It's a very nice, well-appointed bar. You can tell that the barman takes a lot of pride in his establishment. It does seem a lot cleaner than everywhere else that you've walked through. And when you get there, there is a Duros.
Oh, yep.
There is a Duros tending bar.
All right.
Well, maybe I'll leave for inside to talk to the barman. I'll sort of have a look around if there's any, I don't know, sketchy looking types that I can kind of talk to. Underworld lookers or something.
Definitely a few sketchy looking types. At a back table, there is a kind of large man that looks to actually be kind of passed out. There is a kind of older couple that seem to be squabbling over something on one side of the room, just very quietly having one of those kind of hissed arguments. Yeah, a few people scattered about. None look particularly reputable or clean, other than our bartender friend.
Do any look like they've been in a scrap of some sort? Because if they have kidnapped Var'Zia, I don't think she'd go quietly.
They just look kind of like your average frontier people, like your usual amount of bruises and things that you expect from people who are living in kind of a harsher environment.
Okay.
But yeah, no visible injuries or signs of assault. Just your usual rough and tumble.
Mm-hmm. Var'Zia, it's all yours.
So, how's things? She's talking to the barman.
Newcomers. We don't get newcomers very often. Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome. What can I get you and your friends?
We'll have a round of ale. Corellian, if you've got it.
Yeah, he bustles around and gets you drinks.
We're actually looking for somebody. Have there been newcomers besides us recently?
Not anyone particularly new. You're the first new faces I've seen for months.
Oh.
Not everyone appreciates my fine establishment.
Yes. Yeah. And if someone were to pass through, would you know, or is there someone that we could talk to who would have information?
Well, I don't get out much. If they haven't passed through here, then I'm perhaps not likely to have seen them, but you could probably ask Bill over there. And he
Bill.
points over to the guy who's passed out.
Oh yeah, and what's Bill's story?
Ah, the usual one. Wife left him,
Ah,
children left him,
ship left him. That kind
ship
of thing.
left him, dog left
Ah.
him.
It's a country western song.
Space western. And what does Bill do?
Oh, odd jobs around here and there. Works at the port most of the time. And then comes off shift and drinks. Not that I am complaining about my best customer.
All right. So, and other places in this fine spaceport. There are other places to visit,
Oh, well,
or are we?
you have your general trading company, the kind of headquarters of the mining.
Oh, so we're talking mining guild.
People just pretty much pass through here on their way to mine the asteroids or
Tough work.
one of those, old sites out in the cold.
Oh yeah. Can you tell me more about one of these old sites out in the cold?
Ruins.
What kind of ruins?
Ruin type ruins?
Oh, interesting. Do you get people out there looking for treasures?
No. Few of them, archaeologists a few months back.
Oh, right. What happened to the archaeologists?
Turned from where they came.
Oh.
Not everyone likes the climate.
Yes, it is. It takes some getting used to, I would say. Thank you for your intel. I might go and talk to Bill if I can wake him up.
Before you do that, we should do something very important that we haven't done. Because who needs force points? You guys don't need any help on anything at all. Ooh. Yeah, you don't need help at all, do you guys? That's like 4 dark so far. Oh.
Oh, God, more dark.
Oh my god.
Dark.
Wow.
That was
7 dark. Okay. Sure.
Oh.
Okay, so yes, with the world turning in my favor, you go and try and wake up Bill.
Hi. Hello. Bill, is it? Oh. Huh. Can I buy you a drink?
That wakes him up. Kind of looks at you bleary-eyed and goes, none of the cheap stuff.
Got a favorite?
He'll know what I want.
Something with a lot of stimulant in it to get him going, hey?
Yeah. Var'Zia talks to the barman, whose name I did not get.
He didn't offer it to you.
Well, can I get a drink for Bill? Something that might give him a bit
Yeah.
of...
He's already halfway through pouring it and handing it over.
Thanks. She takes it back to Bill. Here we go.
Well, you haven't skimped. What do you want then?
We're just passing through, looking for some people. Have you seen anyone come through? I heard you work in the port.
Plenty of people come through. Who are you looking for in particular?
It's a young woman, in particular. She might have been accompanied by some people.
No young women through here. Well, except in yourselves. First we've had here for an age.
Have you seen anyone carrying something heavy?
It's a mining outpost, sweetheart. They're always carrying heavy things.
Should we ask about the Black Sun fellow, the Vigo?
Drensic.
Drensic,
Yeah. Do you remember what he looks like? No.
You do know that he is a Feline.
Yeah, I think we know his description, so we could describe him. Like we could say this fellow matching this description.
Have you seen a feline matching this description? Because Katie's forgotten who they are, what they look like.
Yeah, that fellow comes through here every so often.
Has he come through recently?
Day or so ago.
Oh. And do you know where it's headed?
Heads out to one of them asteroids there, doesn't he?
Does he go to the same asteroid?
Guess so.
Look, which asteroid? Can you... We're quite anxious to catch up with him.
There's another drink in it for you.
I think he needs a little bit more persuasion, so how about you roll some... What?
How are we persuading him?
So yeah, how are you persuading him?
Are we roughing him up or are we being nice?
We're being nice.
Nice for the moment. Roughing
being
up
nice?
will come
Okay.
next.
I'll keep the
So yeah, since Amaya
Okay.
has been lovely and he did comment that it's very rarely that he does see nice young ladies come through.
Oh, if only he knew.
Yeah, so if you roll a charm, it'll just be 1 purple. You've brought him a drink. You're an attractive female.
Oh, great. This is not going to end well.
Oh, okay. You have
Just-
failed, but you do have 2
Yep.
advantages.
Mm-hmm.
But he, he goes to grab your ass with a, there's something in it for me, sweetheart.
Oh.
I break his wrist. Because that's just reflex action.
That would be a
But that wouldn't be an
melee.
advantage. But that
Well,
would have been an
depends on-
advantage
That would
to
be a
me.
melee with 2 advantage.
No, I'm just going to sweep it away. I'm not going to hurt him. I'm just going to sweep. I know it's no fun, but we still need to get stuff out of him. So
Breaking his wrist would have been an effective way to get him to tell you. But okay. Yeah,
But we're not
sweep his hand
Gabriel.
away, sweep his hand away, and he kind of laughs and sits back, and so still got to make it worth my while.
Well, I mean, maybe at that, I feel like Dr. Mary sort of leans in and grabs him by like tight around the collar and says, well, how about we make it worth your while by not making you really realize how much of a washed up loser you really are by tossing you out of here on your ass and beating you in the alleyway.
No, let's go for some intimidation then.
Do it.
Roll good doctor.
So what am I rolling? Coercion.
Yeah, coercion,
Which
intimidation.
is my worst skill. I don't know why I went for that. Anyway, what's the
'Cause it's
difficulty?
funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
I will let you take Amaya's 2 advantages, so we'll make it
2
a
blue.
difficulty of 2 with 2 blue.
So 2 purple, 2 blue.
Yeah.
And we've got no flip, and I've got 1 green in it. The worst possible roll that you could have. So there you go. Hail Mary shot here. Ah,
Oh,
Yeah!
there you go. 2 success, 3 advantages.
Yeah.
You're not quite sure what it is that he sees when you threaten him, but I don't know, maybe a little bit of Zondal
Yep.
slipped into Mary's features, or at least in the eyes, that kind of haunted look. He sits up straight and is suddenly very, very sober. And he looks at you, all of you, and he just plugs in a set of coordinates, pings it to you, stands up, and leaves.
Very good.
Nice one, Mary.
do those coordinates actually make sense, or are they buckus?
They are,
Yeah, good question. Good
they
question.
do seem to point to it, one of the asteroids.
This is good.
Back to the ship.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to my history text. in transit.
Have you learned anything from the history text?
In broad brushstrokes.
Ringer kind of sees you approach and opens and goes, early?
We got what we needed to do done. Plus, really intrigued to find out just what the Trade Federation were really after when they upset the apple cart. Get back to that book.
Looks at you, Sonny. Well, where are we off to then?
Pass over the coordinates. This lovely rock.
Well, not much out there, but okay.
That's where the intel says we go, so give it a go.
So he is happy to take you. Anything Gadriel is doing in the meantime that he wishes to share with the class?
Actually, yes. I'm going to call my contact with the Imperials, the one that so graciously passed me the job.
Yes, the rather handsome Mr. Fox.
Yeah. How's it going?
Kane, you appear to have missed your target.
Barely. I'm on the trail. So I've been doing a bit of digging, and it seems that your rat problem extends rather deeply into the embassy. So since I am doing you a solid, I was wondering if you would be willing to have the courtesy of reciprocity.
And what is this favor?
I think it's time for a new ambassador and a new assistant.
Well, that does seem to be the path in this sector, doesn't it?
Well, seems that the New Republic tends to have rather unfortunate happenings to their consular personnel.
We'll see what can be arranged.
Yeah, I'll leave it in your capable hands. I'm still a couple of hours away from target. Then we'll see how likely is this person to engage in good faith.
Yeah, he just closes the comm channel.
Check the position. Make sure that I am still going where I'm supposed to go, based on the intel. And go back for a nap, because can't use hyperdrive this short burst.
And your little bug is still working perfectly.
Yep.
Yeah. So, you guys arrive to the asteroid. Well, just near the asteroid. It is an asteroid.
Yeah, oh, wow.
Ringer does run some scans and he's kind of looking quizzically at it. It doesn't appear to be a mining asteroid like the other ones, so there's no mining base or anything, but he's looking at something kind of quizzically on his console. And it's kind of like,
What have we got, Ringer?
Looks like this place has been mined out. Kind of hollow. Might be a base?
A base, you say?
Just signs of technology, life.
Looks like there's a base in the asteroid.
Looks like we're going to the base.
Yeah.
Any way we can be subtle about it with our ship?
Think they know we're here.
Are we going to hail them and ask to land, or are we going to go and land nearby and just walk in? Guess we probably should ask to land if they think we're here.
So watch out for giant space worms as well.
Look out for those.
Knock on the door. Avon calling.
Okay, so he sends a message to the base and kind of get a staticky response, and it's like, passcode.
I'm gonna try and give some sort of deflection about, we were given the old code, but there've been, some procedural anomalies and try and blag my way through it.
Okay. Go on, lie through your teeth then.
Yeah.
with some dice.
Oh yeah.
So deception.
Yeah.
How hard?
Just 2.
2. Okay.
Oh.
I sounded a little bored.
Any temptation to flip one and make it a red, just to give us some light to use later on?
I will happily flip one now if you so desire. I have plenty to spare.
Sounds good. All right.
So you have a red.
Here we go. 2 successes and advantage.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
And he's like, I don't care. And you kind of see, one side of the asteroid kind of seems to light up a little bit. Got you. Landing lights leading you in, thanks to a very, very bored guard.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes. Just what we did.
And a bit of fast talking. Don't underestimate the fast talking. Yeah.
That was exactly what it was. You just completely bamboozled him to the point where he's like, shut up, whatever. Yeah, so Ringer takes the ship in and lands. There's a few smaller vessels, lots of crates, actually a lot of crates. A lot of rather contraband.
How big are the crates? Like, shipping container crates? Or...
Well, Var'Zia having been actually...
Oh, those kind of crates.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you recognize what is in those crates just from your previous occupation?
Guess. Has a pretty good guess there. We're looking at spice.
Yeah. So it is a selection of contraband, some of which you do recognize as...
Well, we are talking Black Sun, so...
So, Ringer kind of looks at you guys and is like, I'm not being paid that much.
Well, you can wait in the ship.
We're not asking you to run any of this stuff. We're just asking you to career us.
Yeah. We're not doing anything with this stuff yet.
Yet.
So,
No, it's just...
So yeah,
we might blow it up.
You're in the base. No one has seemed to come out. I mean...
Well, we've landed with a clearance, so...
You've landed with a clearance, and probably the guard really doesn't give a shit.
No.
Let's start exploring like we know this place.
Yeah. Put on our sort of black tie and white shirt and little Mormon badge and head on in.
Yeah.
Yeah, there seems to be one kind of exit from this area, and it leads down the corridor. Do you hear voices coming from the left near the end of the corridor?
I guess head down there, have a listen.
So, head down quietly, I suppose.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on the floor in case Var'Zia has left something on the floor, like a breadcrumb here and there.
Cool. So... let's see. I think we will need some just perception of some kind, just to check out, to hear kind of what's going on. And, yeah, just
All right. What's the difficulty?
Purple?
Yeah, just 2 purples.
And I can give you guys a +1 blue as well with heightened awareness.
Oh, nice.
Right. Some sort of mystical reason that I feel even more on alert right now.
Yeah, that's it.
1 success, 1 advantage. Dr. Mary.
2 successes, 1 triumph.
Do you know how many triumphs you roll, Katie? Anyway.
She's a statistical anomaly. 4 successes, 2 advantages.
Yeah, okay. So you don't see any evidence of Var'Zia, but while you are kind of walking down the hall listening, you hear kind of what sounds like a couple of guys just playing cards and accusing each other of cheating and the usual kind of stuff. But you do hear a voice ranting about how that New Republic bitch has made a mess of things, she's gotten it all wrong. She's created a bigger situation, and she should have just, done the deed herself instead of trying to send them to their deaths. And now he's had to go into hiding, and he's going to leave her to sort up her own mess.
I think they're talking about us.
And you kind of can hear someone you can't hear what's heard, but you can hear someone trying to soothe him, but you do hear a lot of ranting.
Is the voice familiar? Like, have we heard it before?
No, you haven't heard
it. Okay.
But you do pick up, names that are familiar, because you did get a triumph, so you do hear him saying things like, "Oh, I shouldn't have trusted Shul to get it done."
This is the female he's talking about, Shul.
Yeah.
That doesn't remind us of anybody we know, presumably.
Shul.
Yeah.
Shul. Yes, we know who Shul is.
It does. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, she's
Thank you,
back
Brains
on
Trust. Yeah. Shul is in the embassy, is it?
Yeah, she was the one that sent us on the mission.
Yes. There we go. To the asteroid. Or the black hole, whatever it was, yeah.
Thunder Moon.
Yeah, he's ranting about her, trying to
into.
keep her hands clean when she should have just done the job. And
I think that's Sheldrenzik ranting away.
You do?
I do.
Yeah. Right, so are they all in the same room with the card people, or is that coming from a different room? How many voices are there in there, do we think?
You can hear the two males talking about arguing over cards, and you can hear Drenzik ranting, and you can just hear another muffled voice.
Is the door closed or open?
It's open.
Ransai, could you perhaps mentally implant a thought in Drenzik's head to maybe come towards us?
A little bit of mind control. Yes. Suppose I could. That would be using its force with perception.
Kind of what kind of thoughts you're going to try and plant in his head. So...
Well, I don't want to deceive him. I just want to give him a nudge that,
So I think that might be that might be a little bit of coercion. Because it's not a thought he's had by himself, and you are planting an alien thought in his head to direct him to do something. So you're going to have to...
I mean, another idea possibly that I could do before you do that is I could try and mimic the voice of the traffic controller guy and say, "Hey boss, insert name here," or "Hey boss, come on out here."
Do you want to do that one? Or do you want him just to come out of his own volition?
Potato, whichever you prefer.
You can do them both and you stack them up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, why not? Let's do both. Let's double down.
Both, yes.
Okay, so we're going to need a roll for your talent and your and deception.
Deception, yep.
We're going to need some... See, this is the problem, isn't it? You're giving him a double whammy. So I think I'm going to keep it at 2 purple, but I'm going to flip a dark side so that you get a red.
Yep.
And you're going to have to roll some force points.
All right. So I'm still doing a coercion.
Yeah.
Force point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a 1 red.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll roll my deception with the red as well. So 2 successes on my deception.
1 success, 1 threat, 2 light.
Okay. Cool. So you do hear movement, and then he does start to come out. But the threat is somebody else has followed him. So you do see a short, kind of cat-like woman who is scurrying after him as he kind of comes storming out and sees you and stops. And
hi.
It's obvious he recognizes you and he doesn't know what to do.
I don't know what to do either.
Well, I feel like just seize on his confusion and grab him by the elbow and say, just come this way, we need to have a little talk.
Yeah, you will going to have to roll against his melee.
Oh.
So he is actually a rather strong man.
It'd probably be brawl, wouldn't it, for like a grapple sort of thing?
Brawl? Yeah, brawl.
Do like a opposed brawl. I'll do that. I'll go for that.
Yeah.
Because I'm really...
Yeah, you need to beat his 3 green.
Definitely my forte there. Okay, so, all right. So brawl against. So I'll make that 3 purple as the opposing force here. Like.
Yeah.
Any blue or anything for kind of catching him a bit surprised with
yeah. You can have a blue because he was like. You are not the people he expected to see here.
Yeah, we got the jump on him, didn't we? Yeah. All right. Well, here goes.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. He is really caught unaware, and you just managed to grab him and start dragging him, and he's still kind of like, freaking out a little because you are a problem that was supposed to have been taken care of.
Surprise.
And he's still being followed by this small cat-like woman who obviously just doesn't know what's going on, and she's kind of like chittering.
Yep. Okay, so we'd sort of march him all the way back to the bachelor pad, or are we just going to go to the shuttle bay?
We need to interrogate him.
Yeah, I think we've taken him back to the bachelor pad. Get him on the dirty bed.
Yeah. Make him read the history book.
I think that's a crime against the Geneva Convention.
Just like brush the takeaway packets off and say, sit him down. Stand over him. We need to talk.
I'm going to look at little cat feet. Go away. This does not concern you. Shoot.
She kind of hisses at you.
He's back. Looks like he's back. The Daphne Ridge coming out.
Now, the question is she going to take that as a threat and launch herself at you?
I was going to shoot her first.
I have a coin. Heads? Yes. Tails? No. Heads! She has just launched herself at you.
Oh. Rinsa gets out of her water bottle and pours water on her. Cats hate water.
In order to do that, you are going to have to roll some athletics for that to get to her before she gets to you.
Seems that this is literally turning into a cat fight.
Any difficulty?
She is very agile, so she does have 2 red.
Oh.
She does have 2 yellow, I mean, so you'll have 2 red and 1 green. So 1 purple.
Okay. You ready?
Oh,
but I'm not just fair. No.
You manage to squirt her with your water bottle, but she's latched on with her teeth to your arm.
I think Dr. Mary would just turn and calmly just like whack her on the side of the neck, try and just knock her out.
Okay. Go for it.
So just be a brawl, 2 purple. Does she have any defense, any melee defense, or just 2 purple?
No.
Her best defense is on my arm, so get her off.
That gets to 11. 11 strained bypassing soak. I think there's some other bits and pieces in there too, but does that knock her out enough? Or?
You have knocked her out. She is
Perfect.
quick and small and agile, but she is a quick and small agile cat woman.
So I just do that and say, now we have some peace and we can talk. Turning back.
pick up the cat.
Please, ladies, take it away.
Go to a crate, put cat in, close the lid.
By cat woman, I do mean she's probably
Oh, yeah, well,
about, 5 foot tall.
I'll just hoist her over my shoulder and dump her in a crate. And lock it.
Okay. So Drenzik is looking at you and he starts to rant. How are you people even still alive?
Well, we got to jump on you, so that's how.
We're very resourceful.
The force works in mysterious.
But we're not here to talk about us. We're here to talk about you. And our dear companion, who seems to have disappeared in association with your influence. Where is she?
I have no idea.
Out comes the blast. I'm going to hold it to his head. I'm not fucking around. Where is she?
He looks at you and says, I told Shul to clean up her mess.
Everything points to you, so maybe she's done a really good job at cleaning up the mess.
Like, if she'd done a good job of cleaning up her mess, I wouldn't be sitting in this ice hole.
Where's Var'Zia?
I don't know.
What are you running from then?
What am I running from? Do you know? He hasn't told you. You don't know what that blue bitch had, do you?
No. So fill us in.
You don't know.
1, 2.
Gonna roll some intimidation?
I'm not going to intimidate. I'm just going to shoot them on the shoulder on 3.
Knees first.
Knees?
Yeah.
I'll roll intimidation if you want, but I'm not trying to be scary. I'm just going to do it. Coercion?
Yeah. If you mean it, then yeah.
Against?
So he has 3 yellow and 1 green in cools. So you get 3 reds and 1 purple.
Holy crap!
Whoa! Yeah.
I succeed. 3 successes, 3 threats. But I succeeded.
You did.
Yay.
He looks at you and says, that Twi'lek spends her entire life gathering as much dirt on as many people as she can.
Not exactly a new revelation.
Yeah. Can you know that?
She knows every dirty, corrupt member of every government imaginable. And she gives it all to her bosses. I have managed to keep my business partners under wrap until you and your troop wandered into the embassy. And she just couldn't keep her sticky fingers out of the files, could she?
They're holding back.
I'm in the shit now because of her.
Oh, so sad.
I have the entire force of the Black Sun suddenly knowing how I got my foothold here.
Okay. That's a you problem.
You should have been more careful, my friend.
Ha ha ha. A me problem. No, I think it's a you problem. I told Shul
Oh.
she has to take care of you.
Maybe she's taking care of you. Amaya, give him a little.
No. So we have a common enemy,
But
don't we? We've got a common enemy.
Tool.
So how about we work together on this?
I want you all dead.
Oh, what a shame. I'm going to shoot him in the knee.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, roll your light firearm.
Do we know of a bounty being on this guy from the Black Sun? Like, have they put out a general bounty or?
Ooh.
2 failures, but 2 advantages. Story of my life.
Okay, so you shoot the chair or the
It was
bed that you have
deliberate.
him restrained to,
He
and,
doesn't know
and
about
Ringer
this.
goes, "Hey, come into a man's home."
Sorry, Ringer.
Sorry,
He's
Ringer.
later.
Sorry, Ringer.
Just had to make a point.
Look,
Did
what
I
I'm
miss or did
going
I-
to do now, actually, while you're doing, you've done that, is Because he probably would know about Zondal, so I'm going to actually turn back into Zondal and say, seems you're of no use to us, so it's time to take you back to the people that are more interested in you and turn you in. You've given us all you can.
He goes very pale, if that's possible. Kind of looks a bit yellow instead of green.
You can come in dead or alive, that's up to you, but you're coming in. Anything else to say, or?
What is it you want exactly?
We want to get our friend back, and it sounds like this is linking back to Shul. Sounds like Shul is where we need to go to next, but we might as well collect the bounty on you and clean up that little mess. Come on, Ringer, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, can we probably should restrain him or something.
I'm just going to chop him to knock him out. Do that. Just sedate him.
Should we? I mean, it's probably very likely that Var'Zia isn't on the base, but should we check?
In the interest of completeness. Ooh, that's a good question. No, I reckon we leave it. I don't think she's there. We've seen no evidence that she is.
Yeah. Okay.
There'd surely be a scrap of the precious jacket somewhere that we would have spotted already if she was here.
Yeah, that's true.
Ripped on the door frame.
Sequence.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
There's always
It'd be a
pieces of
little
tattered jacket left nearby.
I'm assuming it'd be a little bit more wrapped up too, because you would have picked up there.
Yeah. And equally, like the fellow at the spaceport hadn't seen any, females passing through, and the spice crates don't look like they're, slaver crates.
Does that mean that Cat Lady lives at the base then?
Is she with us? Is she coming with us, or are we leaving her? No, we kick the cat carrier off and
so we don't want to do.
hopefully someone comes to change the litter later. We'll leave it.
Although, before we leave, I'm going to spike those spice crates with a little explosive device.
Yeah.
Sure.
Rinsai heartily agrees. Do it.
And hopefully Var'Zia wasn't any of them.
I don't think
It was in chopped pieces.
We'll be after this.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Ringer leaves. You don't have any resistance or anything, but just basically almost seems like nobody cares.
Can't get good help these days.
Yeah. Sort of like cut to a scene in, like a couple of hours time, like, boss, are you playing this next hand or what?
Boom.
Yeah, Gadriel, any
I'm just on a waiting pattern, waiting for my reinforcements.
Sure. Yeah, so a couple of hours, you return to Hakuntra. Yeah, with bounty in tow. And Ringer mumbling about the blaster burn on his bed.
I just look at the rest of his ship and...
Yeah, I mean, next to the other stains on his bed, it's actually better, really. It's a bit cleaner than the cauterization. Did him a favor.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Improved the deck now.
Yeah, so you get there and leave the ship with your bounty, and Alaric Trey is leaning, casually against the main office. Ah, seems you brought me a present, friends.
Indeed, good to see you. We found a little someone hiding out on a little rock.
Not the person we were looking for, but still.
Do know someone who will pay handsomely for your
I figured as much, so very happy to do that deal.
Taps his data pad and you hear a ping on all of your comms. Substantial balance transfer.
Very nice.
Before we get all hasty and turn over our prisoner to you, I was wondering if maybe you could help us find Var'Zia. You have the means. We know she's here somewhere. she might be.
Well, I think
Maybe.
surely she's at
We're
the
sure.
embassy, isn't she? Isn't that what we're thinking?
I think so. But if we get more information on Shul and where Var'Zia, maybe in the embassy. And Alaric's got his tentacles everywhere.
It's true.
So any advantage?
Any information would be much appreciated, indeed.
He'll just look at you and say, well, it is an old empire building after all.
Indeed.
You haven't thought to check the basements?
We foolishly made the mistake of trusting the New Republic. We won't make that mistake again.
Yeah.
Is there a way into the basements without going to the embassy proper?
We can research that. We can work that out, can't we?
Well, there's no maps, because last time I looked for that, there were no maps. Deliberately so.
Oh.
So is there something that we isn't known, but you have a way and means?
I myself don't have blueprints. But there is a certain droid mechanic who potentially does.
Oh, our good friend.
Well, interestingly, I was just reading a history of the Imperial Wars, and I believe such facilities were built on a pretty standard tended schematic, and there's certain events involving.
And you pull out the pin out that you've read from the book.
Yeah, that's right.
I will give you that. I didn't think you were actually going to use the history of the galaxy, but yep, okay. I will pay that. You have found a map of a standard base that does seem to show a ventilation shaft that does lead from the outside of the building.
Yes, ventilation shafts.
Yeah.
Off we go.
Hopefully not covered in ray shields, but we'll deal with that.
No, those Imperials, they have flaws. They like their flaws.
Because my random prop is apparently actually useful.
Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Use what you've got. Yeah.
I think we plan on using that tool, that prop for a while longer at least.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Indeed. The only question is, do we inform Gadriel that we're they're infiltrating the embassy and see whether he's interested, or make sure that he's not got a sort of Unabomber style attack about to happen as we do so.
Once was enough. No, we probably should. This is in his. He was interested in this anyway.
Sphere of interest, yeah. So we sort of beep into our recently acquired burner phones, given his paranoia about our level of comms discipline.
Yeah.
Probably founded paranoia.
Yes, helpline.
We're just calling to offer you an amazing opportunity to buy in on a wonderful new set of condominiums. That's
located in the consulate district.
And you get a free set of steak knives.
Mm-hmm. You guys are stuck again, are you?
Nope.
not at all. We are
So
going
you're-
into the embassy.
Oh, you're finally realized that that's where the evil lives. Okay.
Yeah, we thought you might be interested now that we've finally found our way around to.
Well, I
To that.
suggested that about a couple of days ago, but it was not to your liking. What seems to have swayed your minds?
We're not kidnapping
No.
Shaw.
Not that I'm gloating or anything, but it was pretty evident that
We just took a little diversion to make some handy extra money dealing with a little Black Sun fellow. And
Kidnap someone of our own variety instead of.
And how does the Jedi conscience feels about that? Selling people for profit. God, that's
I'm not a
no-
Jedi, so I have no problem with that at all.
Oh no.
Warms the cockles of my heart.
What's the plan?
Well, we know about this air duct as an entry point. We believe that there's a, from some previous schematics of similar buildings, that there's a prison level located at the bottom where we believe Var'Zia is being held. We don't have any firm intel, but that's the plan.
Is she alive or dead?
That's
We don't
okay.
know. We don't know. As you know,
Hopefully.
this computer system is pretty hard to get much out of.
Hold that thought for a second. Literally puts you on hold. And turn on the listening device that I got Varys to install weeks ago and monitoring what's happening inside the embassy.
Yeah, the embassy actually sounds like there's been some kind of disturbance.
Hmm.
Yeah, you just kind of hear a lot of yelling, a lot of jackboots on concrete running around.
Okay.
Don't know what that could be about.
What says in the log, in the security log?
Well, it appears that somebody took a couple of pot shots at the ambassador.
Oh, how regrettable. Yeah. So, take it off hold. Geez, it seems that your counselor Shu tried to kill the ambassador. Very, very, very unfortunate. But again, she had an appetite for power.
Okay.
Interesting.
I hope not, but
Is she dead after that attempt, or in custody?
I don't know. Who knows?
Well, it sounds like this
prison.
this cell block could be a great place to find a lot of answers.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I'm still in transit. I'm stuck on the bus, so I'll be there in a couple of hours.
Well, we can wait for you. There's an amazing fast food outlet car park that we'd like to meet in.
Yep, familiar with it. Spend some time there. Might bring some friends.
By all means,
I'll see you when I see you.
over and out.
Radio. So, what is the game plan?
I think we're hanging around the Macca's car park to come up with a plan of attack.
Base hot chips and yeah.
We've got the
Good stuff.
schematics. Yeah.
I mean, if Var'Zia is in the basement, we need to get in fairly quietly. I don't think we really need to worry about getting out quietly.
No. Fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if there's a disturbance, then that disturbance is already helping us. Hopefully we won't be noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could try it. Gadriel's little plant delivery trick. But I think that's already been used before.
No, I think we're going through the air duct. We're going through the air duct.
What we can try and do maybe is get some uniforms. Be it maintenance or
Okay. Air conditioner mechanic.
guard or something. Might give us a second too to surprise them.
Yeah, well, if you want to, you can roll streetwise, I guess, to find someone
I
willing
could
to.
do that. I could do that.
Okay.
Find some.
Yeah.
I'll go around and find an air. How good
So
is yours?
Two.
Two yellow.
Two yellow. Two
Well,
green.
how about let's combine our efforts, because I've got one yellow, two green, so that would make it
Okay.
two yellow, one green. Yeah. And what's the difficulty?
You are looking for what? What are you looking for?
Like air conditioner mechanic.
Air conditioner mechanic. Okay, that
Robots.
one's easier than finding New Republic uniform. So yeah, just a 2 for that.
Two. Yeah. Perfect.
Alright, so you're rolling.
Yeah. I'll roll it. Yeah. So 1 success, 1 threat.
Okay, cool. So yeah, they look pretty good, except if you look closely, there's a very obvious spelling mistake.
Yeah. That's
So they won't hold up to close inspection.
Yeah.
New Republic.
Yeah, look, get a bucket of kind of, machine grease and just smear it all over, so we're a little bit dirty anyway. Can't tell the poor logos.
Yeah.
We're ready to go once we meet with Gadriel and his unit of stormtroopers or whatever he's bringing. His friends. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It'd be on brand if he just sort of turns up in a black cape with 20 stormtroopers in tow. It'd be like, fair. Oh, are you expecting that?
some of those red.
Yeah, those.
That's-
Yeah, whatever
you
they're
know,
called.
the Imperial Guards.
Praetorian Guard. Yeah.
Who knows?
Radio. So, you pass your time with this plan.
Yep.
Does Gadriel arrive within?
Yeah, well, I'm returning from where I was. But yeah, definitely. Send a text message to the prime contact at the moment and say, hey, we are going to storm the basement of the embassy. It seems that there is a cache of intel and a person of interest for us. I heard about the attempt on the ambassador. Still unclear if he's still draws bread, but good effort. I think it would be a nice symbol if we bring the whole building down. Question mark. I already got 4 operators on standby.
Okay. You just get a message back saying collateral or clear the building.
I think collateral is acceptable in this case.
Okay. Yep. You'll just get acknowledged. And tell me when you're clear.
Yep. Go park the machines, power everything down, get my work clothes back on, and go to meet them.
So you all meet up at the Macca's parking lot.
Yep. Assuming there's some suitably Star Warsy way of saying that, but we can't. It's at a loss for us now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like Jet's Cantina, but
yeah. I've got like a
Wait,
supersized blue milk slushy that I'm just kind of
Yeah.
snacking on. Yeah.
It's Max Cantina.
yes.
Yeah, he's a big orange Wookiee.
Yeah.
Jesus.
With
Orange.
clown makeup.
With clown makeup.
Okay. Yep. Turn up with the actually, because I'm not sure what the state of security is in the city at the moment. I'm sporting one of the trademark black cloak with a hood.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, you all make your way to the embassy, and there is there is a bit of chaos happening around in the district. Something has obviously happened. Gadriel did tell you that someone has made an attempt on the ambassador's life, which is a running theme around here. So there does seem to be a higher presence of people. So you're all gonna have to roll some stealth,
Oh, all right.
unless you want to kind of try a different way. But I'm assuming you're trying to.
Stealth in 2 difficulty, 1 difficulty.
Yeah, so they are heightened, and I have all these dark points that I just feel like I can't use.
Need to
Yep.
use.
So you're going to have 1 red with your 2 purples.
So for each of us, hey? Yeah. Fair enough. So as in 1 red, 2 purple, or 1 red, 1 purple? Like upgrade one of the purple to red.
1 red, 2 purple, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
okay.
They're already heightened.
Oh.
Fair enough. All right. Well, here goes. I feel like we're going to get seen, but
Oh, fail.
Yeah, threats.
Success with 4 threats for Dr. Mary.
1 success, 2 advantages for me.
Oh, nice.
1 red, 2 purples. Yep.
1 success, 2 advantages. Okay, so everyone succeeds except Var'Zia. You're trying to sneak past, and a familiar face spots you.
Oh no. I know exactly who this one is.
Oh no.
It's Sparrow.
Yep, Sparrow has spotted you, and he's come over, and he's doing his very, very earnest Labrador impression, because he is just a big puppy. Var'Zia, where have you been? We heard you were back, but it's been in chaos here.
What is going on?
Somebody tried to shoot the ambassador. We didn't see who it was, but there was just shots And he got hit and he's in the infirmary and
Here?
yeah, here. Quick, you better get inside. And he's going to drag you inside.
Oh, no.
But
Where is that?
he did not see the other three of you, but he is doing his best to guard Var'Zia and take her inside away from harm. Because he's a big puppy and he loves you.
Crap.
See, you broke him.
Broke his brain. Oh dear.
But the rest of you do make it to the vent without too much hassles. I'm going to save those threats up.
Are we compromising this for Var'Zia or letting her go?
No, I think we probably let it go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
you do your thing and I'll try and get out of my
All right.
situation.
Yep. It is of the essence. So let's check the vent.
Yep. You managed to break into it pretty easily. And with the advantages, you don't actually alert anyone. This is kind of out of the way, and the main activity seems to be in the kind of forward courtyard.
Start making our way through quietly.
Yep.
We've got the schematics. We know where we have to go.
Yeah, so eventually you do make your way and drop down into the prison level. It's dark, gloomy, only kind of flickering emergency light. I mean, for all intents and purposes, what would the New Republic have with a prison level? I mean, it's not in their stick, is it?
Keep an ear out. Can we hear anyone or anything?
Yeah, you can roll some vigilance or some perception to be bit. No, I think more vigilant.
Against?
2 purples.
Against 2 purples, yeah.
One
Vigilance.
success, 3 advantages.
1 failure.
Ah. 1 triumph, 3 advantages, but the triumph is get killed by a fail. So it's like really good but not successful.
So so you kind of hear a tapping coming from one end of the hall down to the left, just to kind of.
Is that rhythm familiar to me? Have I heard Var'Zia do this on the countless hours I've been on her ship?
I don't know. Have you?
If she's bored.
You 2 go. I'll cover the door.
Yeah, I'll go down and look.
Yeah. Stealth down the corridor.
So you get down there, and you do see behind the cell bars, laying half of a bed, banging a foot against the bed frame, a very bored-looking Var'Zia. Bit beaten up.
Anyone else in the corridor?
No.
Not good. So we can walk up to her cell. We've been halfway around the galaxy for you. You know that, right?
And she's gonna kind of sit up and look at you. Took you long enough, dears.
Yeah, we're going to lowjack your ass. You know that.
We're just happy to see you. You can explain later how you got here, but we're going to get you out of here now, hey?
Yeah.
Can you get me out, please? They took all my toys.
Can't imagine why. And I'll let.
What does the
computer-
lock sort of system look like? Yeah, like what's the...
It's all yours.
Yeah, it's a kind of standard lock interface, computerized. How are you going to attempt to? I mean, there is a couple of ways you could do it, but how are you going to attempt to?
I got mental tools through the Force.
Mental tools. Ooh, there you go. If you feel like you've got this, Gadriel, by all means, you can open the door. Otherwise, I'll just try and, I don't know, muck around with the system, press some buttons, and see what happens.
Let's do it both ways. You try to kill any potential underlying alarms, and I am going to pull apart, literally, all the door.
You can pull apart the door. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll try and deactivate the alarm using the computer system then, if there's one. Yeah.
Go for it.
2 purple again, or?
It is computers. Computers 3, because
3,
you're in the base, then there's a rogue AI.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
You gotta remember that rogue AI.
Yeah.
Who knows where it might be.
And for the mechanicals,
For the mechanical, it's your standard door, so it's just 2.
so
I fail with 3 advantage, so I don't know whether I
well, give me
place that.
the
Maybe that gives you
advantages.
some advantage, yeah, if that it helps your effort. Even though I didn't quite get it to open.
You give me a 3.
Yep.
Right, let's get this one on the road.
So you get the door off, but an alarm does start going off in the base.
Okay, time to jet.
Time to leave, yeah.
Is there a door from the dungeon to whatever's on the other side? Basically, going to shoot it, so just to delay them before the guards come through.
Yeah, I mean, there is a door that leads up out to, like, the building proper.
Yeah, good. Shoot that control panel a
Good
few
controls,
times.
Yeah.
And then run to the ventilation duct.
Yep.
Remembering what I'd read in the book about the events on the Death Star and running into ventilation ducts from.
As we're exiting, I sent a message to Runsai saying, you need to clear this building now.
Yep.
Okay, so Var'Zia, you still have Sparrow trying to herd
Next to
you
your
to
leg.
safety.
You have to use some coercion with a bit of force to help. So you'd be like, Sparrow, love, I feel like we have to move. I get the feeling this building isn't safe.
Well, safer here.
No, the ambassador got attacked. How are we supposed to be safe? Let's get out of here. Probably
Okay.
a good idea if you changed out of your uniform.
Okay, so you're going to have to you're putting a little bit of force behind it, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can either try charm, because he does like you, or coercion. It is entirely up to you. And add a little bit of force to it. It's 2 purple. He's a little bit conflicted because his duty, but you're Runzai.
Yeah. I've already used the force on him before. I've got overwhelm emotions, which gives me an extra force.
Yeah.
So succeeded.
Yeah.
Seems
Did you want to
crazy.
use your dark or
Yeah. Not really. He's too much of a puppy.
Okay, so you did succeed. You did give 3 successes, so you didn't even really need that bit of a nudge. He will follow you. He doesn't, however, ditch his uniform, but he does say, "Oh, well, okay, if you think I'll escort you somewhere where you think you'll be safe." So he does, follow you out of the embassy, looking all lovesick and pathetic.
I'm not gonna go with it now. All right. So we're gonna go hightail it outside. It's gonna make a pretty big boom, so we might move a few streets over. Wait in the doorway.
How do you know that there is a
Yeah,
boom?
you don't know what's going to make a boom.
Guessing? I'm not telling him this, I'm thinking it.
Okay, so you hightail it. Yeah, I think you guys have given up on stealth and are just hightailing it.
That's right.
Yeah, so you do see Gadriel do something as you're running, and you just start to hear a kind of electronic air raid siren. Just kind of starts blaring, and people are starting to look up and look for this air raid in the sky, because what the hell? Nothing in the sky other than the usual, floating islands of the rich people. But then you hear kind of muffled pop, 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 and then a lovely gigantic boom and a shockwave.
Are we out or are we still
Yeah,
in?
you're out. You
Yeah.
bolted.
As they're bolting straight, I take a corner.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, Var'Zia kind of like sees you turn off and then just keeps running with them. Just like, I'm going back to the ship and getting the hell off this planet.
But yeah, when the embassy explodes, Amai's just gonna look at it and go, what the hell? Like she's utterly shocked. That's just
It was a long time coming. Come on.
pretty much
Yeah.
shakes Amaya up pretty badly. But yeah, keep running to the ship, I guess. Shakes it off, goes.
Yeah, you get back to the ship and Var'Zia, true to her word, goes straight to the helm, swearing all the way, mumbling about what the hell have they done to her baby? And then, comes to the helm and goes, who tampered? I'm very frustrated. But, you do manage to, she gets it flying and you get off the planet before any kind of lockdown occurs, fortunately, although it does start looking...
Do we pick up Ronside?
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
already called.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, I assumed Runzai was also running back to the ship.
Yeah. I ditched Sparrow, so.
Well, yeah, once the explosion started, he started running back towards the embassy and
Yes,
feeling
I
like
know. Just ran the other way.
there is only a certain amount of devotion that he has, and he's feeling bad about leaving his post. But you probably saved his life, so yay you.
Yay me.
You just got him a field promotion.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, you are now off planet, and Var'Zia is like, any preferences, or just get the hell out of here?
Hell out of here.
Yeah, so she'll just punch in towards the core system, and that's all she wrote.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is plenty of things you want to ask her, but that is. But yay, you got there eventually.
Yeah, no, that was a good arc. I feel like it was good to go on a bit of a
Probably could
detour.
have done without going to the asteroid, but we picked up some more money, so whatever.
Var'Zia would have wanted us to make good money out of it rather than just go get us. So,
Well, it was pretty bad because I was giving you lots of lovely red herring clues, and then Gadriel comes in with like, "Have you gone to the embassy?" And I'm like, "Don't do that. Don't please be distrustful. Please, really, no." You could have ended it so quickly just by going back to the embassy and having Shul go,
We don't trust
"Why aren't
him.
you dead?"
We don't trust Gadriel. Sorry, Gadriel. We don't trust him.
But anyway, I had fun, so I
Yeah,
hope
that
you
was
all
fun.
did
It was
as
fun.
well.
It was good. It was good. How much XP did we get for that resoundingly successful investigative effort that we all did?
Yeah, you get an extra 20, I think.
Oh,
20,
yeah.
nice.
Oh, maybe 30 for
Oh.
30.
finishing the
Huge.
arc. I'm feeling nice. And I feel
Nice.
like we're building up to something that's going to be completely and utterly traumatic for all of us.
Really?
Somehow.
Awesome.
So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was good.
And thank you anyone who stuck with us.
Yay.
Yes.
Good night.
No.
Right.